Hello, this is Amy Paul from the Local Partners Core team at USA Washington headquarters, and I am here with Callie Rolfs-Wong
Hi.
and Chris Nicola of oewh.
Hello, everyone.
So we're here today to sort of demonstrate the collaboration that we're hoping will happen out in the missions with these new updates to the ANA plan. So to give you a little background, our local partner team within GHOHA has been working extensively with Chris's team and the team that runs the ANA plan to help make some small edits that will give us greater visibility into PEPFAR procurements. So as you are probably familiar, the push to transition to local partners means that many countries have very aggressive procurement plans for how they're going to transition this money through local procurements over COP19 and COP20. Mm-hmm. And in order for us to best support the field and to make sure that the COs are getting the support they need from the technical teams are getting what they need from the COs, both of those groups are getting what they need from headquarters, we all need to be able to see what's going on in these procurements earlier than the ANA plan currently allowed. So we could only look and see what was going on once everything was given to the AO or CO, but we all know there's lots of steps that the technical teams do before that often can slow things down. And so what we're going to walk through today are a couple of quick changes to the ANA plan that both allow us to look specifically at PEPFAR awards and will allow us to track some milestones that are in that pre-planning stage. So I'm sitting here with Callie, who's going to give us a little context for this by explaining a particular award that we're going to work with in the ANA plan.
Yeah, so we thought maybe it would be helpful to role play what you might do if you have a new award that you need to add to the ANA plan. And then Amy can show you some of these new, very exciting features. So Amy, I'm a AOR in the Freelandia mission, and we have a new service delivery project that we need to add to the ANA plan.
Okay, so you want me add it? You want to add it right now? You just got your pad approved, is that right?
That's right.
Ready to go.
We just got it approved.
So we're going to add it to the ANA plan today.
Okay, great.
So when would you like to have this award ready?
We need the award to start in Q2.
Well, this isn't quite Q2.
Okay.
We pre-populated for June here.
Okay. So
is this okay, or you want to move this up?
That's the award start date, right? Let's move it up a little bit.
Okay. Well, like what?
Let's say March.
Okay. And so maybe we also need to get the solicitation out a little earlier. Maybe we'll try to do it before Christmas. Okay. So we don't know yet the award number or the title. How much is this? How big is this award going to be?
10 million.
10 million, good.
That's right.
And what type of action is it?
It's a cooperative agreement.
Okay, great. So all this same basic stuff, no changes here. This is just some specifics on this fictional award that we're using to demonstrate. The first change that you'll notice as you move through these tabs is in the additional award info. And again, as you may have been in conversations with your technical colleagues, but one of the changes in this push to local partners is using several different options to restrict competition to local entities. So if you look here in the non-competitive justification box, what used to be there was just ADS 303, but we have added a few additional options so that we can track how often mission teams are using either the Transition Award Authority or just using restriction to eligibility to local organizations in ADS 303.3.6.5 B2.
So this is not a transition award. It'll just be a restriction to local.
Okay, so it's competitive among local
partners. Yeah.
So we'll go ahead and select that option. We'll call this normal. Okay, the rest of these we aren't going to go ahead and fill in right now, but that's the only field that's changed in this tab. The next one that's really important as you move through is in the ANA reporting questions, the sector value. Whereas before there was only one option for global health, you'll notice now one for HIV/AIDS, more than 50% funded by PEPFAR. So this is how our office in GHOHA is going to track specifically PEPFAR funded awards as opposed to the other ones that may come through global health.
So we should make sure any PEPFAR funded award chooses this HIV/AIDS.
Yes. Everything else on here is the same. We didn't make any changes to the other tabs, so we're going to move now to the PALT tab,
Okay.
where what you'll see are some additional milestones that again helps us get that visibility into what's happening in the planning stage before all of the materials go to the CO or AO.
Okay.
So we've got to pick an activity approval date. We just said this happened today here in June. And then we're going to auto load the milestone template. And what you'll notice that when you select that dropdown for PEPFAR funded awards, this template will include some additional steps. For non-PEPFAR awards, these are optional. You can delete them. We talked about how we were going to restrict eligibility for this award. And so using that exception, we don't need a JRE, so we can go ahead and delete that step.
Okay.
But these other ones are ones that aren't typically in the milestone, but we would like to have a little more insight into. So they work just like any other milestone on the template. You can see the original date, the phase, the projected date, and then you have the ability to edit the actual date by using the edit column here.
Mm-hmm.
Now, one of the tricky things with these is that we know how design teams work. You don't necessarily have to work on each of these elements in a mutually exclusive order or sequential order, right?
Mm-hmm.
You can work on more than one at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
So the original dates we know here are a little bit just a fictional story of when this is going to happen, because you may well be working on many of these things at once. But what we want to do is try to have you work with the AOCU and make sure that as you are completing these, that is getting recorded as you do them. So again, we can see where delays are happening, if there's an issue where you might need TA on a technical team, or if there's anything headquarters can do to push it forward, particularly around SOAR or anything that would involve headquarters feedback. This is going to be our window into what's happening. So the sooner that you can work with the AOCU and give them a date, the more we can be engaged in the process and help push it along.
And we should try to update that regularly.
Right.
Okay.
So, this just started today. We're probably not finished with anything yet, but if we were, it's the same process where you just go in and edit and select the actual date. So if we fast forward in time and say we did this in...
I think for the program description, we would be done by maybe August, sometime in August.
Okay. You just add it in and update, and it will show up there. So again, we know these are almost definitely going to change. Eventually what will happen with this report is that you can't see it right here, but we've added these additional fields to include the pre-planning days in PALT, and so it will start tracking where they are from this additional date. And again, this is really just to give us a little more real-time feedback, so when things get hung up, it doesn't take until they're 2 or 3 months behind schedule before we can get someone at headquarters involved in helping resolve that. So that's all for today. We just wanted to let you know that these additional fields are now in the ANA Plan Live. There will be some additional edits that are coming out in the next updates in August and later in the year. But for now, please start using these fields. When you have a PEPFAR award, put them in the ANA Plan. As soon as you've got the approval, make sure you select that PEPFAR dropdown. Give us some indication of which restrictions to eligibility you're using if you are, and make sure to enter these pre-planning milestones.
And keep in touch with your local partner, Backstop, at oewh.
Chris, any last words?
Sure, and we've got support for you all field AOCOs out there from Central, as well as we'll be notating any updates as we see, sending them out to you all. Thank you.
Great, thanks so much.
Don't forget to like this video.